This is Williams Energy News Live.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. This is One Williams Center. This is Energy News Live. I'm Jay Rickerts. Good afternoon again, everyone. I'm Jay Rickerts. Thanks for joining us. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jay Rickerts.
I'm Jay Rickerts. Karen, as you said, we are live here in Fort Gibson this evening.
First sports tonight, a hair-raising experience for the 13th-ranked Cowboys. As we get started this morning, we'll start on Capitol Hill. News crime reporter Chad Knight live at the courthouse tonight with New York officials this morning urging consumers to conserve power after a second high-voltage line to Long Island failed. The news tonight, the details are startling. Good morning again, everyone. I'm Jay Rickerts. Thanks for joining us this hour. After pushing for oil drilling in Anwar, the White House has cut a deal to stop oil and gas drilling off the coast of Florida. Our Allison Cossack now in the Washington Bureau with that story this morning. Hello, Allison.
This is Williams Energy News Live.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. This is One Williams Center. This is Energy News Live. I'm Jay Rickerts.
And I'm Stephanie Stanton, bringing you a look at the energy market straight from the trading floor. Today, we will be talking about the APIs. We'll be bringing you some expectations leading up to the number. Also, the Northeast power prices hit 10-month highs in some areas, so we will check on those and see if those prices have calmed down a bit. We'll also tell you more about the weather and how that's impacting those prices.
Yep, it's hot. It's June.
It is.
Thanks,
it is summer.
You bet. Well, topping our headlines this Tuesday morning, we're going to start off in Washington with the energy trading business still under the regulator's microscope. There are several new industry initiatives to try to restore confidence in that sector. Our Washington Bureau Chief Peter Cook, he's got more on that and the rest of what we expect today there in Washington. Peter, good morning. As we press on here this morning, Williams, as we talked about earlier this week, lowering its earnings estimates, announcing likely job cuts as the company works to restructure its trading business. Williams' parent company to ENL also said it would cut risk management spending by a third to about an even $1 billion. Stock closed Monday at $8.59. Well, to talk about this a bit more closely, we've got Bill Hobbs with us, President and CEO of Williams Energy Marketing and Trading. Good to have you with us once again. Appreciate your time. I know yesterday, kind of a rough day, and you've got several rough days ahead of you. I know there was a big staff meeting kind of explaining what kind of a rough road that may be ahead for this segment of this company. Mm-hmm. Can you kind of brief us a little bit on what you told everybody and where you see the next couple of weeks as you guys begin this process? Kind of a painful process.
Sure, Jay. It is painful. What we basically came out and talked about yesterday is...
You know, some other companies may disagree with this. Certainly El Paso has really made some drastic cuts in there. Mm-hmm. Why do you disagree with the approach that they're taking?
Well, I think, again, it's what we do. We are not a trading operation.
As far as the agencies go right now, cash truly is king. And given the speculative nature and the forward-looking nature of the trading business, can those two worlds actually live together?
Absolutely. We are... One of the advantages that the MT has, or Williams has right now...
I want to shift gears just a little bit. We've only got a few seconds left. I wanted to ask about the FERC visit tomorrow. Some staffers coming to this building tomorrow to take a look at gas trading records and the like. Can you kind of give us an idea how the procedure is going to work? They're going to be pouring over boxes of documents, looking over computers. Will there be interviews? And did they respond to your invitation maybe a little quicker than you thought?
No, absolutely. We felt that when we opened the door, they'd gladly walk through it. And
Bill Hobbs, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Jay.
Appreciate it very much. All right, let's take a look at the forecast out there. Still got some business of the day to take care of here. Steve Strum is standing by for us over there. Man, Steve, it's hot, buddy.
It's hot, and it's also very humid across the...
David Fleischaker is on the other end of the line, the president of Joel Operating Company, joining us from our Oklahoma City bureau. David, good to see you.
Thank you, Jay. Good to see you as well.
We invited you to ENL after we saw an op-ed piece in USA Today on July 5th. The title was Big Oil, Big Politics, Big Mess. We wanted to get your insights into how things seem to be progressing with the energy plan that the president has proposed. It's our understanding that it's your opinion that they've really dropped the ball.
Yeah, I think they have dropped the ball. That article was provoked by a series of votes and statements that occurred in...
And so that leads us to today. Now we've got members of the cabinet trying to canvass the country and push the president's plan in an environment where the public is not really feeling a lot of price pressure.
Yeah, and you know, it's unfortunate because we really need a sound energy plan in place.
Well, so where does the administration turn? Or should they take a different tact altogether?
Well, they have taken a different tact. I mean, prior to...
one of the other keys really seems to be public education. There's such kind of a good-bad battle. The dark side of the force, as it were, is always the energy companies out there. How does the energy industry try to educate the public on exactly how it makes a living?
You know, I think that's one of our largest challenges.
David Fleischaker, thanks for your time today.
Welcome back. There are places on Earth where time seems to stand still, and one of those places is the Amazon basin rainforest. Many of those people there have culture and folklore that's almost as old as the river itself. We'll meet them now, the people of the River Wild.
Deep in the South American jungle, the language is Spanish. The traditions and the lifestyle are timeless. They are the Ribereños. This is the village Jesus de Paz, of peace. School here is little more than a hut, but the kids are like any others anywhere, eager to show off what they've learned. Our guides tell us most of these kids will never leave the jungle. The average education is through grade school. The conditions and lifestyle may seem primitive and harsh, but no one complains. It's all many of them have ever known. Selling handicrafts to tourists helps supplement the village, but it's not a matter of survival. The river is their livelihood and their highway. It provides almost everything they have ever needed. There are influences from the bigger communities, especially in the way of clothing, but for the most part, life here hasn't changed much in many years. And neither has the local lore. Stories of the Chutachaki, a little man who's said to own all the animals of the jungle. If a hunter sees him cross his path, legend has it that's a warning.
That means that he doesn't want you to hunt his animals. He's supposed to be going ahead of you, chasing the animals. So you go, you never find. When you see this, it's better to go back.
And the Chutachaki is said to be even more persistent at night.
Suddenly, you feel that somebody's shaking your platform. You know, and you go down, you light a run with flashlight, nobody's there, nobody runs, and you go back again, and he goes shaking. That means the Chutachaki is trying to tell you, get away from here. Well, that's a story that boas are here. But people, when they come here, I think also the snakes are hanging down there and jaguars are around here and it's very dangerous, but it's not like that. No, that's, yeah, maybe too much Hollywood.
But even the people who believe in the Chutachaki accept modern medicine.
Still nursing?
Jack McGowan is a retired Florida pediatrician in our group. Giving up the practice is hard.
They're healthy, well nourished, and I did notice that they nurse their babies. You know, see them nurse the babies. The one baby I looked at, the teeth looked healthy, and the mothers apparently have kept up with their shots. Apparently, someone comes in and gives them health care.
300 miles upstream now from the city of Iquitos, Peru, on the Tepiche River, we find the village of San Pedro. Many years ago, the villagers moved here from the other side of the river. They were trying to get away from Indian raiders who lived far deeper in the jungle. The 200 or so people who live here today are expecting us.
This is one of the main streets. We go this way. We go to downtown.
San Pedro stays in contact with the larger towns and has a community clinic. Health professionals come periodically.
And naturally, like many of the communities here on the river, San Pedro is one of the most remote places in the world. But of all things, it has satellite TV, which is actually kind of a function of this being such a remote place. Many of the children here would actually see Brazilian television because we're so close to the border. They started speaking Portuguese instead of Spanish and singing the Brazilian national anthem. Well, the Peruvian government moved to change that and put in some of these satellite dishes in some of these remote areas so that children would speak Spanish and sing the Peruvian national anthem.
And football plays a big part in the community. Soccer games bring them in contact with other villages up and down the river.
You want to play?
I'll play. Are you going to help me?
I'm going to cheer.
No, you have to help me.
It also helps with the occasional Oklahoma tourist.
Hey, geeks. Goodbye.